What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot where we kick back and react to all kind of different things. Alright, so what we got going on today? We're about to get into a new one by Nittoli. You guys have been hitting me up about his news, about one of his new songs. I know I haven't been doing anything, or I didn't do anything all the last week. I was planning on doing stuff, but things happened. Kids got sick. I started feeling under the weather. Things, just kind of went downhill for last week. It was supposed to be, whatever. It just didn't happen the way I wanted. It's whatever. But here we are, about to get to it again. You guys wanted me to react to the new Nittoli, and this one is actually the new Nittoli. This one just dropped a few hours ago. So don't worry, we'll get to the tinfoil hats one eventually. Don't worry, it'll come very soon. But this just dropped. Hollyweird. Definitely interested to see his opinions on this one. I don't know. Every time I watch Nittoli, I always end up like almost feel half and half with him. I agree with half of what he's saying. I don't agree with the other half. But that's what I like about him. He seems like a dude who you could disagree with and still be friends with. That's the vibe I get off of him. So I like dude. I like him. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. His new track, Hollyweird. So pretty sure a lot of celebrities are about to get it. So let's go ahead and get into this. See what he's talking about. Let's go.
Welcome to Hollyweird. Yeah, you know what's going on. This the new Babylon, and they're coming for us. So welcome to Hollyweird. You already know what's up. It's a sacrifice of blood to get in that secret club. Welcome to Hollyweird.
Ooh, he went right in for it. Nice chorus. It's not even over yet, but he went right in for it. Oh man, with the conspiracy stuff. Everybody talk about Illuminati. If you want to become a real celebrity, you gotta sacrifice something. I've heard about that conspiracy before. I'm still on the fence about whether or not to believe something like that. It's like, but I don't know. Some examples do make you think, though. I gotta be honest with you. It's like it's hard to be a 100% denier, because especially when, actually, there's just been a lot of weird situations that's happened with celebrities, and because they keep things so secretive, people just speculate. So, yeah.
Sacrifice of blood to get in that secret club. Welcome to Hollyweird. Oh no, 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 Hollyweird. Oh no, 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 Hollyweird. Oh no, 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 Hollyweird. Oh no, no, no,
Okay.
Hollyweird.
All right. So overall, that was a nice chorus. The first half of it, he was going in. The second half, he was just vibing. Oh no, no, no.
Hollyweird, not Hollywood. It's time we start talking about the things we know that we probably should. I'll be good if you knew your truth and history. Like, did you know that holly comes from a holly tree? That's what witches use to make witches brooms. And they sacrificing kids, that's called witches brew. Politicians too.
I gotta just call you out on that one. I don't know. The Salem witch trials and stuff like that, the whole thing behind witches, I've never really seen a real example of people who practice witchcraft actually sacrificing children. But the witch trials getting burned at the stake, that was happening quite a lot. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know. I might be wrong though. I might have to do a little research there to find out, if that's all the way true. But as far as the what do you say, the holly tree or whatever it's called and everything, I mean, I could see that being named after a tree. We have that all the time. But I don't know, the whole witches are evil thing, I was like, I never completely bought that, because I'm like, I see all these examples of witches being murdered. I don't see any examples of witches doing the murdering. That's just all I'm saying.
Nittoli gonna cover what you're missing, dude. Like, here's the vicious truth. Every celebrity is definitely involved with the devil. See, you don't get up on that stage if you go into heaven. I know you love Jennifer Lopez, but just don't get offended, cause Ben Affleck is an actor, so he knows how to sell it. Speaking of selling,
Okay, I get where you're going there. You can't be a celebrity. You can't get that big stage without selling yourself, basically is what he's saying. So does that mean that you plan on spending your entire life independent? I mean, if that's the case, go for it. I respect it, definitely. But I always wonder about artists who talk about artists who are, or people who are just, you know, in the limelight, the people who are, you know, the celebrities. And I'm like, well, what happens if you blow up and you get that far? Are you gonna join them? Are you gonna pull a Kanye? I don't know. It's crazy.
I think everybody sold they soul to big government who's loving it. They know their role. They don't step out of line or go against that Pfizer. And that red blood carpet seems to hypnotize you. Yeah.
Now, I will say there's truth in that. There's truth in that. Now, I don't know about it being a whole big, like, you know, Illuminati conspiracy and everything, but there's definitely a truth in people not being able to say what they want to say or do what they want to do, because the big corporation over them is saying, no, don't step out of line. And yeah, in those cases, people are living with their careers hanging on by a thread, not because of any performances that may have gone right or wrong or whatever, but because the people above them are like, you mess up, we'll cut you loose and you'll have nothing. And there's plenty of people who get stuck doing things that they never would have done otherwise because they didn't want to lose what they obtained in that life. And yeah, that just meant that they was able to be bought. It's sad, but it's true. So yeah, there's definitely truth in that. There's a lot of situations where you see people, where you see either someone dance around what they're really trying to say, like they won't actually just come out and say it. There's plenty of examples of that. And then there's a situation of somebody says something and you get the other person just kind of looking at them like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you saying that? Or the classic, somebody's about to say something, and you see the person in the corner give them that look, and they switch up. So all these little things, this little body language that you catch on with after a while. It's like, things are not always as they seem. Definitely, so much truth in that.
And that red blood carpet seems to hypnotize you. Yeah, America is really run by the sinners. America's Most Wanted is now the Oscar winners. So
America's Most Wanted is now the Oscar winners. Well, hey, that's pop for the chorus. The Most Wanted was also our founding fathers. Do your history. They were not some clean, nice dudes. So this has been so much truth in that statement. So much truth in that statement. I know I probably made somebody mad by saying that, but guess what? Do your history.
America's Most Wanted is now the Oscar winners. So if you looking for the criminals on the feds list, just watch your favorite movie and look down at the credits.
Welcome to Hollywood. Yeah, you know what's going on. Just a new Babylon, and they're coming for us all. Welcome to Hollywood.
You said you want to see the Most Wanted list, watch your favorite movie and look at the credits. Like, ooh, shots fired. Shots fired. Okay.
You already know what's up. It's a sacrifice of blood to get in that secret club. Welcome to Hollywood.
Illuminati, while my mind, soul, and body. Honestly, I think they cloning all our
Yeah, he just went down and said it. Illuminati. I was wondering if he was going to actually say it or just use metaphors.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Illuminati, while my mind, soul, and body. Honestly, I think they cloning all our celebs, making copies, and it gets deeper because there's aliens called the Anunnaki, and
I believe they're cloning all of them. No, well, getting very close to not cloning in the sense that we think of, but you don't have to clone an actual person genetically for Hollywood. They just need to be able to replicate you on a screen, which they're already doing. Disney. You saw what they do with Mark Hamill. Now, right now, we think it's cool because, you know, we're getting more Star Wars stuff. But they're throwing around young Mark Hamill all over the place and everything now. Soon it's going to be damn near every celebrity. Every celebrity, once they're gone, they're not really going to be gone. They're going to still be used. Oh, man. I watched whole videos about the nuances and the laws behind that. It gets crazy, the kind of loopholes that are out there. Check that stuff out. But yeah, we're definitely heading in the not the cloning in the traditional sense that we think of, but people are definitely having their personas cloned. Already. It's already happening.
they the actual hosts of this Hollywood party, and everybody's on the flight logs, and they departed, and every A-list actor never even responded because they know they were involved. They were the guest list, and now Epstein's dead. Well, where's Epstein's list? And we know Ghislaine was hanging.
Oh, okay. He went there and brought up Epstein. Oh, again. Well, I don't know how many times he did it, but I've heard him get brought up so many times and everything. That's just, I hear his name, I'm just like, again. Oh, man. And that list suddenly disappeared, it makes you wonder. And again, I'm not one to generalize. I'm not gonna, I'll never sit here and say every single celebrity, but there's someone out there. There's a list of people out there that don't want to be known for the wrong things. We know the people who have taken flights over there. Some of them at least. But the full list, yeah.
With the prince, I guess it's just a conspiracy. Don't fall for this. Just look at all of our mansions, our art and fashion. Why would you go be yourself when you could be a Kardashian? Just look the other way, act like no.
Why be yourself when you over here be a copy and paste of all these other people? When you can idolize them to the point of worshiping. Yep, that's the way to go. That's the way to do it. Never be me.
None of it's happening. Don't listen to Nick Nittoli. I don't care what he rapping about. Just make sure you watch the Grammys and you still start clapping. And
he was like, yeah, ignore me. Ignore what I'm saying. Go ahead, get that back. Get that back.
Wait, act like none of it's happening. Don't listen to Nick Nittoli. I don't care what he rapping about. Just make sure you watch the Grammys and you still start clapping. And don't use pattern recognition, cause you'll see all the patterns. Bunch of devil worship.
Don't use pattern recognition because you'll see all the patterns. I will say the reverse. Do use pattern recognition. Or at least, you don't even need a computer for that. Some of this shit is so blatant, you don't even need a computer for that. You can train your own brain to catch some of this stuff. It's so easy. It's just like, really? You really just did that blatantly? On national TV and didn't care? I'm telling you, man.
Worshippers and they worshiping Saturn. Made you believe in bunch of devil worshippers and they worshiping Saturn. Made you believe in racism with that Black Lives Matter. Don't be falling.
Wait, did he say make you worshiping Santa? Is that what he said?
Don't use pattern recognition cause you'll see all the patterns. Bunch of devil worshippers and they worshiping Saturn. Made you believe in.
I can't. Did you say Santa or Saturn? I'm like, what? Oh, and Saturn. Okay. I had to bring up the subject because I was like, I couldn't understand what he said right there.
Made you believe in racism with that Black Lives Matter. Don't be falling for deep fakes cause they do it the most too.
It's a mix up with the whole Black Lives Matter thing. Makes you believe in racism. Racism's been around for a long time, buddy. You have to open your eyes and look around. Racism's been along for a long time, buddy. And the Black Lives Matter thing, that was, in my opinion, watching it from the outside in, that was a case of people trying to put together a good movement and didn't do the important beginning steps of regulating who gets to join. The problem with trying to start a movement is that if the wrong people join, they can make that movement look really bad, really, really fast. And then on top of that, everybody fell for the media backlash, calling Black Lives Matter everything that it wasn't at the time. So everybody thought it was something, some kind of, can't even say the word because probably get this video blocked. So that's a big back and forth. It's a case of good intentions that went downhill. The right people should have kept full control over their own movement. That's what I'll say about that.
And the award for killing America goes racism with that Black Lives Matter. Don't be falling for deep fakes cause they do it the most too. And the award for killing America goes to.
Welcome to Hollyweird. Yeah, you know what's going on. This the new Babylon and they're coming for us all. Welcome to Hollyweird. You already know what's up. It's a sacrifice of blood to get in that secret club. Welcome to Hollyweird. Oh no, 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 Hollyweird. Oh no, 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 Hollyweird. Oh no, 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 Hollyweird. Oh no, 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 no.
All right, that was a cool one. That was a cool, as always with Nick. I can agree with some stuff, I can't agree with other stuff. But that's what I like about the guy. He's not afraid to be 100% him. He won't pander to one side, which is one thing that I honestly can't stand. I tell people all the time, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican because both sides got their hands dirty and neither side wants to admit their dirt. And so I can't mess with either side. And so my thing is, it's like, and subscribing to one side 100% is foolish too. Because now you're just saying you're just going to believe what this party goes with without question. I question everything. There's some stuff that I agree with, some stuff I don't agree with. And that's just the way it is. And that's what I like about him. The same thing. Stuff he agrees with, stuff he doesn't agree with. I feel like with him, you can always, he's mature enough to go for that middle ground, you know, to be like live and let live kind of thing. Which is at the end of the day, that's all decent people really want, just to live and let live, you know. Anyway, that was a good one. I enjoyed it. So y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. Let me know what you'd like to see me react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Alright, so till next time, take care of yourselves. And I'm out of here.